What is up? We're live. Ugh. Uh, yeah, for you guys late getting here, the chat has been bumping since about 5:45. Old Dougie and Charlie, they were chatting it up, I'll tell you. So, yeah, there's a lot of late guys here. It doesn't take me very long, so Bald and Dangerous was here first, and then Charlie. And then an hour and 15 minutes later, Dank Tanks showed up. And Daryl Deemer. And Jad is here. What is up? Peter is here. What is up, guys? What is up? So I'm going to get this out of the way at the very beginning of the stream. That way, if there's some people watching this on Restream, I think tomorrow night, instead of setting up a tank, I've got to do water changes. I think I'll set up the tank this weekend and just make a video on it. It's just too much. So I think I'll carry the mobile phone around and we'll just do water changes tomorrow night. Everybody has to do water changes, so we'll just talk and just do water changes. Other than that, I did start another summer tub, and I made a video on that. Did that yesterday after work. It was pretty cool. And yeah, my surprise that I ordered the other day came in. I'm really stoked about that. It's going to be really hard because this one's going to take a long time. It's going to be a long time before I can say anything. I mean, it's forever out there. But getting really stoked about my trip coming up here in a few weeks too. Let's see, today is the 27th, so yeah, it's like right around 3 weeks from like right now. So I am yeah, dang, a long time. I'm really stoked about that. Okay, so one thing that I figured out, see, tonight's Wednesday night, so Saturday night after I went live, I listened to the live stream and my audio sounded a little quiet, and I realized that I didn't even have this mic on through the whole live stream. So hopefully the audio is a little bit more crisp tonight. I was like, man, it just sounds weird, and I didn't even figure it out until this weekend. I went to shut off my mic because whenever I'm capturing music and stuff, I have to have my mic and everything shut off. So let's see who else is here. I seen John Bedker is here. Hello, John. Don't forget to hit me up so we can figure out a date sometime this summer to come down and look at your fish room, because now that you brought that up Saturday night, I'm kind of stoked about it. Anybody that would spend $200 on fish and has to have something really cool. And then I think you were saying, what was it that you were saying that you bought that made me think, wow, he's got something. It was like something heart. I can't remember what it was. Prolific Breed is here. What is up? He says, hitting that like button. Thanks, man. How are you doing, man? Jad is here. I may have already said that, but hello, Jad. What is up? Pete Berlinski is here. What is up, Pete? Good morning from Western Australia, peeps. What is up, Pete? Let's see. Everybody saying hi to John and Pete. Bob Kaler's Fish Hobby is here. 2 tanks left and done. What is up, Bob? Let's see here. Allison Chains is here. Woot woot. Caught your live stream, Jeffro. Yay. What is up, Allison? Haven't seen you in a coon's age. What is up, girl? Welcome, welcome. Prolific Breed. Jeffro's that 20K video. I didn't watch it yet. Did you guys eat that turtle? LOL. Yeah. My son's friend, he took it home to his dad. His dad likes snapping turtles, so, and I don't even know if that was technically legal or not. He had it killed already. I think they caught it, actually, is what they did on a treble hook. And I contemplated not putting it in the the thumbnail. It was a good thumbnail, but I contemplated not putting that in there because I didn't know if that was legal or not. But they did eat the turtle. Yeah, I had always heard that turtle has like 7 different textures of meat in it, but I've never ate a turtle before. But yeah, that's something that I thought was pretty cool. That video was over a year ago, so it was prior to me only making fish keeping videos. And so I made it in May of 2017. And you know, at the beginning of this year, um, as of January, that video only had like 600 views on it. And just all of a sudden, out of the blue, in like February, the views started going up. And I noticed this morning that it went over 20,000 views. So I was pretty stoked about that. Um, I had made a video that actually has over 20,000 views on it. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of hard for me to fathom, actually. So yeah, I used to watch that guy on, I think he was on Discovery Channel, the Turtle Man, and he used to rescue snapping turtles and stuff. So whenever I went over there, I was pretty upset with them that they had killed it. But they said that they caught it on um, one of their hooks whenever they were, you know, chicken livers is what they were using, and like cut bait and different things like that. And you know, they just didn't cut their line and let him go. But at the same time, then he would have had a hook in his mouth. It's kind of a tricky thing. You know, I've caught him before too, but every time I ever caught him, it was by accident and they got off somehow. So I kind of got lucky. Terry's Tropical Tanks. In most states, it's legal to harvest turtles and frogs with a sport fishing license. Yeah, and they did. They had a fishing license. Peter says, question, Jeffro's Fish Keeping. I'm getting Jack Dempsey's host guppy coals. Where can I get electric blue jacks? I don't know of anywhere right off the top of my head, Peter. Dank Tanks says, haha. Allison Chain, so cool. Wait, which video? I shared it on my Instagram today, so it's Jeff Rose Insta, and it's a, well, you won't get the link from there. You'll have to go to my popular videos on my YouTube channel, and it's the most popular video that I've got. It's a catfish. It's a fishing video is what it is, and it's a catfish bait. So I'd seen some kind of catfish bait, and I wanted to try it, and actually, a cool story. So that day that I made that video, when you watch it, I talk about it, but I made another YouTube video that day. So this was like May 27th and May 28th. It was Memorial Day weekend of 2017. So like on that Sunday, I got up and I went outside and worked on my son's Honda Ruckus, and I made a video about it. And then after we got done making that video and doing that, we went fishing until dark, and then that night I stayed up late and I edited and rendered both of those videos. And the catfish video, I can't remember if it was before or after, but I think it was probably after. The catfish video is up to 20,000 views, and the Honda Ruckus video that was made the day before is over 10,000 views. So in a 2-day period, I made 2 videos that are about totally 2 different things that are over 30,000 views. It's kind of crazy, but it's not any of my fish keeping videos. What is up, Tampa Tom? What is up? Joel G's is here. I didn't even see him. What is up, Joel? What is up? Didn't even see you snuck in the back door, man. I just seen somebody saying hi to you. Our Aquatics is here. Made it. Who? What is up, Our? Bob Kaler's Fish Hobby. First baby gator I caught on a top water lure scared the bejesus out of me. I would say it would. I would say it would. And the snapping turtles are the same way, man. Them things are powerful, and they are not happy when you have a treble hook in them. Daryl Dimer is here. I can't remember if I said your name already, but welcome. Candy Overalls is here. Oh my. they'll make anyone a mod around here. Yeah, Charlie was pretty excited about that. He was talking in the chat. Him and Dougie from Bald and Dangerous, they showed up really early, like over an hour, right around in an hour there. Dougie always does. And they were chatting back and forth. And Charlie was like, yeah, you're pushing your weight around with that blue wrench or something like that. And I thought, oh, I'll just make Charlie a mod too. Kind of funny. It made his day though, so he's always here, so might as well. Peter says, I have looked at Wet Spot and at Dank Tanks. I want to get 2 groups of 2 or 3 to put into the 75. I want to breed them, but need genetic variation. Great idea. Charlie says, hey everyone, hit that like button please. Thanks, Charlie. Bob Kaler says, our stable few make it less than 5% to 1 year. Got distracted with the dogs. Yeah, Jad. Your dogs are hyper. If I remember right, your one likes to jump 6-foot fences. So I don't have that problem around here. Usually it's that right there. 99% of Dozer's life has been this. You say my name? Oh, I'm so tired. What a long day. Isn't that cute? Oh, that's so cute. I love it when he does his paws like that when he's stretching. He's a cutie. Joel says, I had EBJD, but didn't like them, found they were shy. Yeah, I don't like shy fish. That's why I stay away from those eels and stuff like that. Like any of those, you know, eels and, oh, what are they called? The dragon, whatchamacallits that Bob has. My LFS had some of those, and I talked to my LFS the other day, and he said that I could come and do a fish room tour, and I think I'm going to. He's got to where he keeps a lot of cool different things, and if I'm not going to keep them, it'd be kind of cool to make some videos about it and bring it to my channel. Okay, so Terry's Tropical says EBJD times EBJD is considered fatal. You two are killing me. So Jad says, yep, that's Chad. He's my adventurous one. Yeah, Dozer. Dank's talking about Dozer. Yeah, Dozer, it's just pretty much, he couldn't jump a fence. Like when he was a puppy, when I first brought him home, he couldn't even jump up on my bed. But he slept with me for like the first week, and then that was over. He was just too big of a whiny butt. Yeah. Always sleeping. Let's see. Bikers, yeah. Bob Kaler's Fish Hobby Biker. Or it's Bisher or Biker. And yeah, it's kinda like beta and beta. Good thing about JDs is they are front of the tank, but yeah, the EB JDs just hide. I've been up since 6 a.m. today. Wow. Yeah, Dougie, you have had a long day. Terry's Tropical Tanks, Electric Blue Jack Dempsey. Oh, yeah. Let me look that up. I know what the Jack Dempseys look like, but the electric blue ones sound amazing. Oh, wow. Very, very nice. Wow. So I wonder what it is about the electric blue ones that makes them want to hide all the time. Lumpy Dog is in the house. What is up, Lump? Welcome. Trying to think of what else I was wanting to talk about. There was something else that I was wanting to talk about. Can't remember. I already told you guys about the summer tubs. it's going to be pretty nice to, I've been working on a update video. Gosh, when I was, yeah, Dank wants me to talk. Oh, the frogs. Um, I found out from Dank, he follows this gal, I can't even remember who she is, on Instagram, and he forwarded a post that she put up yesterday, and she talked about um, 4 top foods that she likes to feed to her dumpy frogs, and then she talked about 4 that are okay but just not very nutritional, and then she talked about 4 to stay away from, and the number 1 was mini Dubai roaches. That was her staple food that she likes to feed the dumpy frogs. And then earthworms is one of her favorites. And the crickets that I feed are like one of her mid-range ones, if I remember right. Dank, you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong. Talk about Dank's tadpole row. Yeah, Dank has been popping out um, baby frogs like crazy. He sent me this little video, and he just kind of panned his camera around, and I mean, he has got tons and tons of tadpoles. Dank's frogs, you guys have to, if you guys aren't subscribed to him, you got to go to his channel. I'm after him all the time to make more content, but he's doing pretty good. But like, oh my gosh, and follow him on Instagram too, because the other day he posted a picture where he had 4 poison dart frogs all sitting on a log, and they were all faced the same way. It looked like they were just a little army. But his frogs are happy right now. Things are going good for him and clicking. Dubia roaches. I called it Dubai roaches. So Dank is correcting me. Mini dubia roaches is what she said was her staple food to feed her dumpy frogs. But my dumpy frogs are doing good. Like I said, I've got one that's really active. They're pretty chill during the daytime. One of them hangs, he gets at the very top of the vine and then kind of wedges himself right there by this one plant in the rock wall. He stays there during the daytime, and then I've got this other one that's kind of burrowed him a little cave under my mopani wood, and during the night, it's like you shut out the lights and 5 minutes later they're out. They're very active in the nighttime. I did put a video up on Instagram this week of one of them out chilling on the mopani wood. He was just sitting there chilling. They're really cool frogs. I did get them some crickets today and fed them again. They eat a lot, but I'm thinking about maybe getting some earthworms. I used to have an earthworm culture years ago, but it wouldn't be very hard to do. I used to have a refrigerator in the basement though, and I kept them in the refrigerator. Joel says, I wonder if there are parasitic worms that affect worms. Yeah, that would be something, but you could do a clean out thing, but then that probably takes all of the good nutrients away from them if you did a clean out. So that's a great point though, Joel. V-Stag is here because people are talking to him. So if you're still here, Victor, what is up, brother? There he is. For once, I'm ahead in the chat, but not really. So Candy's saying, yeah, that was an awesome shot. Yeah, the one of Dank's frogs where they're all on that log and they're just, I mean, they're all in a line. It was a really cool shot. If you guys aren't following Dank, you can put your Instagram in here where they can follow you. It's kind of cool because Dank, even though he's a fish keeper, he's got fish, he's got plecos, he's got a bunch of rummy nose and a really nice 30-gallon long. He's got a bunch of super red bristlenose plecos. He's got turtles. He's got a lot more than what he has shown. We just need to get him talked into making more content. But right now it is kind of tough for him because he shoots all of his videos from a cell phone, which when you watch his videos, That shows how talented he is because it was all shot from a cell phone, and it's like pretty cool. But Dank's got a lot of stuff. He really does. And but what I was gonna say, the cool thing about hooking up with Dank, he sends me stuff in the frog hobby all the time too. So like I get to start following people on Instagram that are into frogs and stuff because it's kind of addictive. It's just like with fish keeping. I've got to watch it though because it is expensive. Oh my gosh, this next project that I'm working on that has to do with frogs, it is an expensive one, but I'm not complaining. It's going to be awesome. So, Dank says, yeah, crickets are just fine. People give crickets a bad rap simply because they don't hold nutrition in their digestive system as long as some other feeders. So they need to be gut loaded for best results. Yeah, and I think Bald and Dangerous had told me that one time. Actually, he commented on my video where I got the dumpy frogs, and he said you need to make sure they're gut loaded first. But when I buy them from my LFS, every one of them that I've ever bought, they are really, really fat. So I'm sure he's got a great big colony that he feeds all the time, is what I'm assuming. I don't know the link, but it's Dank Tanks 315. Bob Kaler's Fish Hobby says rummy nose are cool, great schoolers. I love them. They're beautiful. Like Joel from Corvus Oskin, I believe it's either in his 240 or the one that's just a little smaller than that. He has got a ton of them in there, like maybe 250, and it'd be really cool to see that in person. Candy says, I'm on my phone or I'd link your IG. Joel says cell phones are all good. I'm pretty sure that's all that Lucas does. And like I've tried to get Dank, and I'm talking about Dank, but he's here, but that's all Lucas does when he live streams too. Because see, I think it'd be really cool to have Dank go back to back with me on my live streams, or at least do one every once in a while. Trying to get Dank talked into. He is growing. His channel is growing, but I think it'd help him out if he went live. Plus, we'd get to see all of his cool stuff because he's got a lot of secrets. Like he's got this other room that one night he just did this short little panning, and I'm like, I've never seen any of this before. Dank's got secrets. He's got a bunch of cool stuff. Okay, so Dank says, buy Rapashi Bug Burger Insect Gut Load with only one frog. It will last you a year. P.S. It's a feeder gut load. Cool. That's a great idea. Let me make a note of that, and I'll buy some of that right after this stream is over. Alright, so Rapashi Bug Burger. Bug Burger. I'll get some of that. And then I'll buy them ahead. Make sure they're all fat. Then they'll have really good nutritions in them whenever my froggies eat them. Let's see here. Candy, any treatments this week? Big treatments were last week, but he takes oral chemos every night. Ugh. Yep, definitely have secrets. Yeah, Dank, you do have secrets. You could make videos for a year just on stuff that people haven't seen. So what is everybody up to tonight? Anybody got anything cool going on? Dank's got a bunch of tadpoles going on. Tons of them. Anybody else got anything really cool going on in the fish room? Dank says, I find it so hard to just ramble on. I do a lot of rambling in my videos. But you got to remember, there's some subscribers out there that like the longer videos, and the ones that don't like longer videos, and you don't even have to make a longer video. Like that one that I watched of yours last night, um, gosh, that video was like 7 minutes long, but it seemed like it was a lot longer, and that's a good video. You know, that is a good video. But that one, I don't think you really talked in it much, so I had to pause it every once in a while and read what the words were saying. I'm not complaining or anything. I'm just saying, um, your videos that you've made more recent, you get in front of the camera at the beginning and you talk a little bit, and that was a big step for you because I remember you didn't like that. But I guarantee you, um, you got a lot of stuff that you can make a lot of videos. What you got to do is do like I did. So last year, I didn't even realize I got my hat on backwards still. Oh God. Uh, Back last year in March, I made a video every day. And I don't suggest you trying to do that because, man, that is hard. I mean, you're so tired every night when you go to bed because you still work during the daytime and you come home and try to make a video. You get off work and you're like, so what it ended up becoming with me was I was bringing my camera along with me to try to get B-roll during the day, which wasn't that hard. But whenever you work 5 days a week, it's kind of tough because then you're like, I'm working, there's not much to it. So I don't suggest doing a video every day. It's really hard. But what I did is I sat down in January and I figured out what YouTube is looking for is consistency. And how many videos a week could I do? And I guarantee you I could probably do a video just about every day if I really wanted to. But it's too hard. Everything's going good the way it is. I think people are happy with it. I mean, last week it ended up being like 2 live streams and 3 videos. There was 5 videos popped out last week. I think everybody's happy with my 2 days a week. Find days that will work good for you. Shoot little video clips throughout the week. Come up with an idea like nobody's ever seen this tank before. So I'm going to shoot a little bit of B-roll every night. I'm going to turn out all the other tanks and I'm going to focus on this one, and I'm going to really get some really crisp little B-roll video clips. And by the end of the weekend, when it's time to edit your videos, it'd be a lot easier. A lot of them would be done. Most of the time, like I was needing to make 2 videos this coming weekend. I didn't have to. I could take this weekend off if I wanted to because Monday and Thursday's videos next week are already up. But I wanted to go ahead and make 2 videos this weekend. And I shot one of them last night and edited it last night. Now, it rendered through the night because it took 4 hours to render. It's a 25-minute long video, which is kind of long. But yeah, I mean, 2 videos a week isn't hard for me. I'm staying caught up and ahead. So it's not very hard for me to do. And then, like, the biggest thing that I like about being caught up and ahead is, like, if I want to take off this weekend and not make any videos, I don't have to, Let's see here. Where am I at? Bald and Dangerous says new tank cycle. Yep, Dougie, I seen that on Instagram. Dougie put together a new tank today. Looks like pea gravel for the substrate, if I remember right, which I'm really digging pea gravel right now. I've got it in 2 of my tanks, and that next 40-gallon breeder that I'm getting ready to set up, I'm going to put it up in there too. I love it. It really just looks natural, and like in the one Blackwater tank that I've got going, that pea gravel looks awesome. Lumpy Dog says, Bald and Dangerous, what's the plan for the cycling tank? He did say earlier in the stream, and I already clicked off of it, it's a beautiful fish. It's going to be a species-only fish. So, Dougie, if you're still in the chat, you're going to have to tell us. I can't remember. Peacock gudgeons. That's what it is. Beautiful. Let's see here. I I scrolled up and it went way too far. Tampa Tom says, I like short videos. Everything is 10 minutes now. Yeah, I can't really make a 10-minute video. I mean, I have, like, a lot of my Pleco Versus videos are less than 10 minutes long, and they do really good. And I do a lot of rambling in my videos. It's really hard because a lot of my videos, there's so many different clips that don't make it. But like what happened with this 25-minute video that I made last night was there's 3 different things that I was working on for videos, and I combined them all into one video. And the reason why I made that decision is whenever I was going through all the clips, I just thought, man, to tell the story, I'm going to have to put these all together. And they're all 3 kind of to do with summer tubs. I'd been working on some green water. I'd never done green water before, so there's some clips in it with me working on trying to get some green water started. And then there's some updates. I got a lot of subscribers that ask me all the time, how are my summer tubs doing? Well, I got 2 of those things set up with, 3 or 4 different species of fish in them, and needed to do some updates on that. And then I wanted to start another summer tub. Well, the new summer tub video that I started last night was going to be a tiny little video, so I just combined them all 3 together. And I've got subscribers that tell me all the time they like longer videos, so I look at it this way: if somebody starts on it, and this one I also set it up to where people will want to watch till the end, because the name of the video is starting a new summer tub, and the thumbnail has the new summer tub on there. And as long as I keep my mouth shut for the next 2 weeks, when people watch that video, it's at the very end of the video. It's like in the last few minutes. So the people that don't like the long videos, but they do want to see the new summer tub, they'll just scroll to the end and watch that. That's how I do on YouTube. If there's a video and I lose interest, but there's something in the video that's left, I'll scroll to the end to watch it. You hear different points though, Tampa Tom. You hear people say, I wish I could make a longer video. I like my videos when they're like 12 to 15 minutes, somewhere around in there. I usually can do those pretty good, but I do like these Pleco Versus videos. They're really easy for me to make. I can pop one out, and I like them to be over 6 minutes long if I can. I think I can tell a good enough story there. And all of my Pleco Versus videos, I just made another one the other day too. All of them are under 10 minutes, and I think they're really good. People are really liking them. The Pleco Versus corn video the other day, I think it's getting close to 200 views, and that's really good for me. Let's see here. Dank Tank says, hopefully with this second job I can pick up a PC so I can make it all a little easier. Yep, that would make it a little easier. And then if you want my old Sony Vegas, it's not old, but it was the first one I started on before I upgraded to the Platinum. I've still got all the rights to that and everything, and I think if I could find the disc, I think I could maybe, I don't know if you're supposed to do that, but I think I could maybe gift it down to you, Dank. That would be cool. Charlie says, Jeff Rose Fish Keeping, it's a big commitment. Yes, it is. And again, I'm not complaining here. I'm doing good. I'm really ahead. Everything's going really smooth. But it's like having 2 full-time jobs, really. It's not even like having a part-time job. When you make 2 videos, lots of times on a Saturday, that's all I do all day long is I start out making my intros and my outros. Some days I'll do 2 intros and 2 outros right at the same time. So I'll go change a shirt, maybe sometimes change a hat, and I'll come, because I have to set up my lighting and set up the camera in the exact same spot every time, get my chair over there, get everything all set up, make sure that this desk is not all cluttery and everything so the background doesn't look terrible, make sure and get my lights all turned on all the tanks and the overhead light on. And it's got to be just right, because like last weekend I shot one of my intros and outros, and I got up to go get me a drink. And as I was walking out of the bedroom, I started to turn on the light. And I'm like, oh shoot, I just shot both of those, and I didn't even have this overhead light on. And it looks a lot better with this overhead light on, because if I don't have the overhead light on, everything is dark in the background and it just looks creepy. Like I was going through my videos the other night and I saw one back probably 6 or 7 videos ago, and I had forgot to turn the light on, and it was too far into it to go back and shoot it all. And but it is a big commitment. I do like my weekends off, and I hardly ever get any weekends off. It has been a lot easier since baseball season's over, though. So, like this weekend, I was going to need. Hang on one second. This is a call I really need to take. I will be right back, guys. All right. I am back. Sorry about that. So I never get phone calls from my ex-wife, and that was my ex-wife calling me. And my youngest son had just went to her house for his second summer visit, and he'll be there till Monday. And she never ever calls me, and it was about his inhaler. So I felt I had to take that. Sorry, guys. If my son was here right now, I wouldn't have answered it. You know what I mean? Anyhow, so I'm back. So let's see here. Got some new people that showed up. Wow. I missed a bunch while I was gone. Tampa Tom says, I liked the Pleco versus food videos. Thanks, Tampa Tom. I love making them. They're a lot of fun. There's endless videos that I can make on it. Like, the subscribers are really helping me out a lot. Like, I had a lot of comments the other day. I never would have thought of corn on the cob, because the one that I did on corn on the cob the other day, and I didn't think of it either. John Bedker, the one that he was here in the chat earlier, he was the one he told me on one of the live streams, and I thought, man, that's a really good idea. It didn't end up like I thought it would, but Dank says thank you for whoever subbed. Charlie says Home Depot pea gravel works great and it's cheap. Yep, that's where I got all mine. I bought all mine last year to I had went through an aquaponics stage where I did a bunch of aquaponics and started a garden last year, but I didn't do very good at it. I don't think I got my bell siphons perfect. I've got one bell siphon that's worked for over a year nonstop, but it's still that bed had herbs in it, and herbs do not do good in flood beds. And the way this works is it sucks water out of whatever your aquarium or your crawfish pond or whatever you're doing, and then it goes into this pea gravel grow bed, and after it fills up above this bell siphon, it drains completely out, and then it goes back down into your little pond. Well, this one that the bell siphon was working really good in, I had all my herbs in it, and they were really good while they lasted, and it was really nice for cooking and everything. But they do better in a drier condition. Herbs do. Most of your herbs do. Um, Charlie, that's what I used. I think it's Quickcrete brand. Fish Tropic is here. He says, "Hey Jeff, what is up? What is up? Tropico at dinner, and I'll rewatch." Well, thanks for stopping in, brother. You have been slaying the bass, I see. And then you tried to rent a boat the other day that didn't work. I hate that. Charlie says, "Lumpy dog, it grows my easy plants with no problem. And you don't see the fish waste until you gravel back." Yep, that is true. Mary RNH20 is here. She says, "Hi, what is up, Mary? Welcome to the stream." Everybody saying hi to Mary. Krusty Bojangles is here. I made it. What is up, Krusty? I had to leave for a couple of minutes. My kid's mom called, and my youngest son is there, and they were having problems with one of the inhalers. Actually, it ran out, and I had called it in at the pharmacy yesterday, and I didn't know that his was going to run out. So anyhow, Mary says, "Hi, Krusty. I love that name." Yep, Krusty Bojangles. Bald and Dangerous. Dougie, stop calling Jeff, please. Yeah, whatever. Probably Dank. Yeah, I am way behind in the chat, ain't I? That's funny. Yeah, Dank's like, nope. Nope, wasn't me. Okay, he's back. Mine doesn't call me, thank God. Yeah, mine doesn't either. She usually texts, so that's why it was like, I better take this. Like I say, though, if my kids would have been here, I just would have let it go to voicemail. Joel says breathing is good for children. Yes. Yeah, he's got a rescue inhaler there, so he's going to just take a couple of puffs off his rescue inhaler. His other one is just a preventative, and it's no big deal that he misses one or two here and there. His doctor's goal for him is to make 7 a week. Well, 7 a week sounds like every day, but he has to do 2 puffs in the morning and 2 puffs at night, and it is a preventative is what it is. So if you miss one here and there, it's normal. Everybody misses. You don't want to miss all the time though, because you can start going backwards. His isn't albuterol. It is, well, it's probably his rescue inhaler is albuterol, but man, I can't think of it off the top of my head. He's had so many different types over the years. I was on the road whenever I called it into the pharmacy too, and she was like, "Is it this? Something X, I can't remember." He's actually on a lot of different types of medication, so it's kind of hard to remember. But his albuterol is his rescue inhaler. Aeroponics is the way to go. Are you meaning aquaponics, Dank? You said aeroponics. I don't know what aeroponics are. I'll tell you someone who we haven't seen tonight in the chat that I'm surprised is Michael and Priscilla. I haven't seen them. Haven't heard from either one of them today. So what's aeroponics, Dank? Aeroponics is the way to go. Aeroponics. Come on, slow internet. Ooh. Aeroponics refers to any system that combines conventional aquaculture, raising aquatic animals such as snails, fish, crayfish, or prawns in tanks, with hydroponics, cultivating plants in water, is in a symbiotic environment. Cool. Never heard of aeroponics. Learn something new every day. So let's see what Dank's description is. Uh, you spray to roots with a fine mist instead of having them submerged. I would say, excuse me, by the way, I would say that oh gosh, your spices, gosh, did I say spices? Your herbs would do better in something like that then. Because I did. I had a really awesome herb garden. You guys can probably see it on some of my old videos. Um, but they were awesome. I mean, it was nice to make spaghetti and be making the Italian sausage and put my own seasonings in it, you know. It was really nice. Krusty Bojangles says, do any of you guys know how many generations of breeding true does it take to justify it as a line? Boy, I don't know. I don't know technically. But like the other day was the first time that I had a pretty true line fire red cherry shrimp colony. And the other day I had to cull about 3 different shrimp out of there. It was the first time ever. There was this one that had no color in it at all. And then there was one that was like a brown. And then there was an actual black one in there. And I don't think it came from the other tank because it would have had to have hopped 2 tanks to get over there. But I didn't put it in with my blacks. I took all 3 of the culls out and I put in here in this 40-gallon breeder here. But I don't know. I know that my black colony that I'm working on will throw some that has blue in it. And I'm going to tell everybody that I either sell them to or, you know, that takes any of my black shrimp, that, you know, a lot of the parents came from like a blue line. They just got too black and started going back to their black wild color. And for the most part, I've had 2 different sets of shrimplets now, and for the most part they're pretty black. But every once in a while on those little ruffles on their tail where they hold eggs and stuff, every once in a while you'll see some of those have some blue in them. But I don't know how to answer that question, Krusty. Dank says they get tons of oxygen that way. Awesome. Terry from Tropical Tank says 3 generations of 75% or better in guppies. Cool. Terry's, that sounds good. Krusty says, thanks, Terry. My cherries throw blues sometimes. Yep. I've not had any problems. I've got a straight line in here of, they were sold to me as grade A fire red cherries, and I've never had any other color. But that other colony that I'm talking about, whenever I bought them, there was one that was black in the bag. Just solid black. It was a female shrimplet. It wasn't really a shrimplet, it was like a juvenile. And I pulled it out immediately. So it was kind of weird to see a black one out of them, but anyhow. Charlie says, I'm colorblind, they all look good. So how are your gray cherry shrimp doing, Charlie? You're super gray. You got some super grays. I've got one son that's colorblind, so I know all the colorblind jokes. Like, he told me this one time that this guy had some kind of bladder infection or something like that, but he was colorblind. And whenever he went to the doctor said, what color was your urine? And he said it was really, really gray today. So it had blood in his urine, you know. Susie Q from Q Aquatics is here. She says, hey, what is up, Susie? What is up? Krusty Bojangles says, mine are just Craigslist specials. LOL. Yeah, I spent a lot on mine. I bought mine off of eBay, and I can't even tell you, it's been way over a year now since I got into these cherry shrimp. But back then I didn't know about Aquabid. I just bought mine off of eBay, but gosh, to get them here, they was almost, well, the ones that were sold to me as grade A, and that's not even a grade. You know, they go painted, and these I think are painted because their legs are even red, and I think the painted ones, their legs are red. Seems like the Bloody Marys maybe aren't. I can't remember, but they're really glossy. When you get a real good macro lens on some of the females, they, you know, you think painted fire red is what you think. Charlie, don't tell your wife that. LOL. That is funny. So I'm still gonna live stream tomorrow night. I do have a big day at work, so I'll be on the road a lot tomorrow. So when I get home from work, I'll put the phone on the charger and get it all charged up, and I'll get it set up. I've got to change water in my big fish rack tomorrow and my 40-gallon breeder, so I will do that tomorrow because you guys will get to see that tank tomorrow. Tomorrow's video, let's go ahead and pull it up. I'll tell you guys what I've got coming up for videos. How about that? We got 10 minutes left here. So I got to be careful here because every time I pull up my YouTube channel, my trailer video pops up really quick. It didn't now, so thank you. Okay. I was just sitting here telling you guys we'll do water changes tomorrow on my 40-gallon breeder, and then I'm like, well, you guys haven't even seen that tank yet, but I think that tank is tomorrow. So tomorrow's video is setting up a blackwater planted aquarium for my L182 Starlight plecos. So tomorrow night we will change the water in that aquarium, because you guys will have already seen that video tomorrow. And then we will change all the water in all of my 10-gallon tanks on my fish rack, and maybe peek in on all those while we're doing it too. Kind of like, it'd be kind of like an update video on the fish rack. That'd be kind of cool. I just don't want to set up that tank tomorrow night. I'd rather do it this weekend when I have more time. There's a lot more stuff I have to do to get it ready. So let's see, Friday is my water change day. I can't do them all on one day. I've got, I think last night whenever I set up that, when I set up that new summer tub last night, I think that made my 31st aquarium. So I can't do them all in one night. I did one time do it all on a Saturday. It was after a vacation, something like that. I did them all on one day, but I couldn't do them all on Friday night. Dank says, dang, that hour flew by. Imagine being Doug and Dougie and Charlie. They've been here for 2 hours. Dougie's first comment on this chat was at 5:45 p.m. Central Standard Time. So Dougie's been here for 2 hours and 15 minutes. Let's see here. Krusty says, I want to get some high-grade shrimp. I just got the CL specials for $20 to $30. For 20 for 30. So I couldn't pass them up. Yeah, heck yeah. And like right now, today I went in and got some crickets from my LFS, and he told me that he sold his last cherries. And the last time I kind of messed up. I did it on purpose though, and I let him know I did it. The last time I bagged up some shrimp, I was doing some kind of video, so you guys could go back and watch it. I think it's called A Day in the Fish Room. So I did 10 shrimp, and then I think I put an extra 1 or 2 in there, and then 1 or 2 of the females were buried, and I saw that they were buried because I put them in like a little breeder box thing for a while before I take them to him. So like tonight or tomorrow night I'll pop out some more, and I might just take him 20 this time, and Oh, what I'm getting at here is I had two in the bag last time that were buried, and I kind of did it on purpose. After I seen that they were buried, I didn't pull them out. I went ahead and sent them with him. And whenever I sold them to him, I told him, I said, "You got two in here that are buried." And he kept those two back and wasn't selling those until the very end. And they had shrimplets, and he kind of grew them out a little bit, and he ended up getting to sell more. So I'll have to kind of watch that because I'm giving him a super mega deal. I'm selling him my cherry shrimp for $1 a piece. So like if I take 20 in there, I get 20 bucks. But to me, that's really good. I don't have to deal with shipping or any of that stuff. I just, you know, get a $20 bill when I leave, you know, for shrimp that are just multiplying by the hundreds, you know. So yeah, and he'll just keep on coming and getting them from me too. Bald and Dangerous says my first comment was 3 days ago. LOL. That is funny. Joel says gotta go now. See you later. Thanks for coming, Joel. Appreciate it. Mary says, whoa, how long does that take? I don't know what you were talking about there, Mary. Oh my God. Oh, for my water changes. I split them up into like 3 nights. So my son, he has a 55-gallon, a 30-gallon, and two 20-gallons in his room. And I'll usually do those on a night by themselves. And then all of the aquariums in my dining room, there's like 14 or 15 in there. I'll do those all by themselves. And then all the aquariums in here, I do all by themselves. And every once in a while when I get behind, I'll do 2 rooms at the same time. The ones outside, I've just been filling evaporation right now because they evaporate quite a bit off since they're outside. So right now, that's how I've been doing those. I haven't been doing any heavy water changes or anything like that. I haven't done a water change in those at all. They've been probably evaporating 20% every week, and I've been adding that back. So yeah, it's like 3 nights a week of water changes is basically what it is. And now that the summer tubs are going, last night when I made that other video, I just took, it's like a 20 or 30 gallon tub is what it is. I just took the hose off of one of the pumps in one of the other summer tubs, and I filled water out of it into this new tub, and then I filled up fresh water in the others and topped them off really good while I was at it, and then treated them. Let's see here. Everybody's saying bye to Joel. Charlie says, I don't know if I should laugh or cry, Dougie. Angelo's Fish Tanks is here. Good evening, all. What is up? What is up? Angelo's, are you the one that I follow on Instagram that's doing the summer tub right now, that you built the little, like a, it's a little, not really a shower filter, but it's a little filter that's like a little 16-gallon job that flows down like water. It's like a waterfall filter. Are you that guy? Because I think that you are. The logo looks really familiar. Dank says, yeah, that's a poop move, though. I don't know what that was in regards to. Terry's Tropical Tanks, those females should have went to a customer. That would have been really cool. And that was one of the biggest things that I was thinking, because at the time when I took him those, he was asking for them because he'd sold out. And they're a pretty hot item, but see what happened this time was he had shrimplets, and that made him take a little longer to get some from him because he hasn't asked for anything in like a month. I sent him a list before Memorial Day of everything that I had. You know, I've got tons of Malaysian trumpet snails. I think they would go over really good there. I've got tons of platies. He sells the heck out of platies, and he's kind of low on platies. I go in there every once in a while and just look at what his stock is and talk to him a little bit, and He hasn't pulled the trigger on my platies yet. I think they would really sell. I've got some really cool crossbred ones that are really awesome. I think they would really sell good. I've got a bunch of albino bristlenose plecos. Like, I don't think he has a pleco in the store. So, I don't know. The reason why I'm waiting on these is I need like 3 to 6 males out of these. Right now, they're selling size for sure. They're really healthy and fat. But the reason why I'm waiting on these albinos is because I've got 3 big females over here in this 40-gallon breeder, and I want to get me a reverse trio with those. And I'm wanting to start out with like 6 males and figure out which one's the best breeders, and then I'll separate from them. And then after that, you know, we've got like 3 more clutches of those going. I mean, we've got a ton of albinos. We could keep him in stock for days. Lumpy Dog says, hopefully I see all of you on Dan's Fish live stream right after Jeff Rose. Yeah, I will have to get off here in a minute because Dan is going live after me. And we'll see you guys all over there. Michael Dravino says, I'm sorry, I'm driving, but hi. Well, what is up, Michael? Thanks for stopping in. I did just get the notification on Dan, so I'll get to the bottom of the chat here and then we'll call it off. Bank says Mike is driving. Terry says send a link, Lumpy Dog. Let me see if I can do it here real quick, guys. I might have to mute his stream real quick. Ew, sorry about that. Ah, dang it. Sorry about that, guys. It was a commercial. Let me link it here real quick, unless someone already has. This is Dan's link to his live stream. Send a link. Michael Dorino. Corey DeCat is here. What is up, Corey? Hello, hello. John Bedker says, I'll email you about filming. Just been super busy getting apartments ready for renters. Cool. Adrian is here. Yo, what is up, Adrian? We're at the end of the stream. We're going to go ahead and call it here in a couple minutes when I get to the bottom of the chat here. Corey the Cat, I would buy the albino bristlenose. Yeah, I know. I just don't really want to ship right now is the problem. LS Aquarium says, hey Jeffro and everyone stopping by to leave a like. Thanks, LS. Alright, we're at the bottom of the chat. I did link Dan's Fish live stream. If you guys want to go over there, I'm going to go get me a drink and I will meet you guys all there. Thanks to everyone that came to the stream tonight. We'll see you guys all tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Don't forget to check out tomorrow morning's video at 7 a.m. Did a Planet Aquarium that turned out really awesome, and you guys will get to see it live tomorrow night. We'll change the water in it. Yeah, we'll see you guys all tomorrow night at 7. We'll see you guys all tomorrow night at 7. See, I need a drink. Peace out, y'all. Peace out. Say bye, Dozer. Dozer, say bye. Say bye, buddy. I'm done talking to the TV. He probably thinks I'm crazy. Peace out, y'all.